Abi Bowen's Season 23 audition was audacious and charming, standing out in a season full of memorable moments. Abi astonished the judges and audience by turning her back on celebrity judges Luke Bryan, Carrie Underwood, and Lionel Richie, leaving them breathless and upset and earning herself a golden ticket to Hollywood. The unconventional audition approach showed her voice skill, charm, daring, and confidence. A bold move that shocked judges. The audition room was tense when Abi Bowen entered. The 23-year-old from a small Tennessee town had an irresistible enthusiasm, but she wouldn't audition. In her pre-performance interview, she said she wanted to shine. "I don't want to just be another face in the crowd," she grinned. "I want to change. I want to be remembered." Abi took a deep breath, stepped to the center of the stage, and turned her back on the judges without explanation in her performance. Confused, the audience became silent. Why did not she face the panel? Abi didn't care. She was making a statement, and she did. Abi started singing with her back to the three music icons. Her voice began softly, but as she played, it blossomed. As her powerful voice filled the room, bewilderment faded into awe. Abi wasn't going to follow conventions. She was in charge, and her back to the judges showed her independence. Her decision to avoid the judges was meant to focus them on the music. By the chorus, her skill was obvious. She was vulnerable and strong, and her voice captivated even those who couldn't see her. Judges, surprised and impressed. Luke Bryan, Carrie Underwood, and Lionel Richie had attended many auditions, but this was new. Each looked shocked as Abi poured herself into the act. Luke was confused at first, bending in to catch every note without seeing Abi. Lionel Richie, ever the gentleman, lifted an eyebrow, interested by the choice. Carrie Underwood, noted for her stage presence, seemed to appreciate Abi's daring and softened her eyes. Abi stood with her back to the judges as her final note boomed around the room, letting the stillness hang. The panel seemed surprised when she turned around. Not only had she turned her back during the song, but she had owned the room and made herself the focus of attention without following the rules. "You're a firecracker, right?" Luke Bryan spoke with admiration and humor. "I must admit, I thought you were pulling a stunt, but you delivered." Wow, that voice. I was hooked the whole time. Carrie Underwood, famed for her smooth voice, smiled. "I must acknowledge your uniqueness. Doing what you did requires confidence. Your voice is raw, forceful, and authentic." I was hooked. Lionel Richie, who has mentored famous musicians for decades, leaned forward in his chair with a serious, attentive expression. That bold move worked. "Abi, you have something amazing. And your voice? You possess a wide range of emotions and potential. I look forward to your next move." Abi appeared thrilled by the praise. The fact that she had won their respect and caught their attention in such a unique way was an accomplishment. It was no longer about the singing, but about her assertion of originality, confidence, and uninhibited self-expression. Backstory. Self-discovery journey. Abi Bowen's turn back on the judges was founded in her self-acceptance journey, not just for attention. Abi frequently felt that she wasn't a country girl growing up in a small town. She was always an outsider who wanted to make her own way. She used music to express what she couldn't say with words and assert her identity. In her backstage interview, she said, "Growing up, I wasn't the one who followed the crowd. I was the girl who did things differently and spoke up, even when it was unpopular. When I applied to American Idol, I knew I had to be myself, even if it meant surprising people. I turned my back on the judges to indicate, I'm not here for approval. I want to be heard." Abi had a difficult road. Her family had always supported her, but living in a tiny town with traditional expectations made her music career dreams seem impossible. But that never stopped her. She had the guts to turn her back on the judges, reflecting her years of fortitude and perseverance to stay true to herself no matter what. Abi Bowen's audition showed her singing talent and unique flair despite the unusual start. Her sound featured country, pop, and rock elements, which she naturally blended. However, her honesty set her apart. Abi wasn't impersonating anyone. It wasn't her goal to fit in. Instead, she was making a name for herself and attracting three of the biggest music stars. The golden ticket to Hollywood was inevitable. Judges ruled unanimously. Abi was given an opportunity to shine due to her voice and audacity. "You're going to Hollywood, Abi," Luke Bryan smiled. "I have no doubt that you'll shake things up when you get there." Carrie Underwood nodded, saying, "You have real confidence, which few people have. Keep the fire going, and you'll succeed." Lionel Richie, ever the guru, smiled at her. "I look forward to your Hollywood work. You have a bright future." In conclusion, a rising star. Abi Bowen's Season 23 American Idol performance taught courage, uniqueness, and uninhibited self-expression. Her back-to-judges stunt was a tremendous statement of her work. Abi showed that being authentic is the greatest way to stand out in a conformist culture. Her journey is only beginning, but Abi's audition shows she's a force. With her unique voice, fiery confidence, and willingness to break the mold, American Idol has found a star. A new star is coming to Hollywood, and she's already ready.